Alright folks, we are finally back from our hiatus. Your boy went on vacation with his boys, but we're back. So, we're going up against Astradon here for our league battle, and they got a pretty powerful team. They do have a Corviknight and a Volcarona, but they also brought a few lower tier mons like Vileplume and Grimmsnarl, and they also have some like medium tier like Zarude and Dracozolt. So I brought the most try-hard OU team ever. Literally, the name that I put it under in the team builder is try-hard. But it was an OU that I hadn't used yet because I'd already used my other OU team versus Clark Elliott, I believe. So yeah, so we got two heavy duty boots mom, we got Urshifu with protective pads, and we got a special Magnezone, which is iron defense body press to take on Ferrothorn. They don't have a Ferrothorn, but they do have a Corviknight, so this will be useful in trapping that. And this is post-com indeed, because I was playing Dungeons and Dragons at the time. Alright, so they lead off with Volcarona. So we lead off with Atlas. Amazing lead by us. Great. So right away, I'm not going to let them set up a Quiver Dance because I don't have too much priority on the team. So I need to go for the Stone Edge right away. Like, they cannot set this up. Because it's not like I have a Choice Band on Urshifu, so I don't even think Aqua Jet would kill. And they could easily kill him with Psychic afterwards, probably. Or Giga Drain. So they go right for the Quiver Dance. And I'm like, come on, friend. You really think I'm going to let you set that up? Nah. We go for the Stone Edge, and we connect. Thankfully, whenever I was playing, I was like, oh, thank goodness we connected. Because that could have been bad. Yeah, they probably thought I would set up rocks, but if I see a Volcarona in my face, I am not going to allow that thing to set up. No, I've already allowed too many things to set up in my previous battles. I've learned. I'm not letting anything set up. So they let off with Vileplume. And I think I take this moment to set up Stealth Rocks. That's one I want to say that I did. I think I was looking around at my team and looking at the switch-ins at the time. But if it were me now, I'd probably just set up rocks from this position. Yep. Alright, so there we go. Let's see, I think they went for Strength Sap. They thought I might attack them at this point. But I was like, there's no point. Earthquake is not going to do that much, and I figured they could go for a Strength Sap at some point. I don't have a Defiant Mon, but I can U-turn out. You know, best to U-turn from this position just to see if they're going to switch. So they're staying in, so I know I can bring something in. I think I go out into Kyurem here because this Vileplume actually makes a pretty cool play. I was going to go Zapdos or Volcarona, but I was like, well, I may as well bring in Kyurem because Kyurem can bop everything on the team at this point. I mean, Specs Ice Beam just will destroy anything at this point. But they actually go for a nice and powerful Moon Blast, and this actually does a pretty good chunk to my Kyurem. I mean, look at that. I'm down by half, barely. So I'm like, dang, maybe I should have gone Volcarona. So anyway, so now we can fire off the Specs Ice Beam. This kind of sucks having my, because Kyurem's natural bulk is amazing. Like, not much can take it out in one hit. That's unboosted. So we take out the Vileplume. Good night, Vileplume. So nothing gets, I don't know, Stun Sport or anything like that, because that will be annoying. I don't even think it learns Spore from what I remember. And they send out the Dracozolt, which is likely Choice Scarfed, considering there is no sand. So I'm just going to want to switch out into Atlas here every single time. It can't touch me. Even if they try to go for Scarf Outrage, I'll eat it up and they'll take Smarky Helmet Ship. Because they're going to take this Intimidate real quick. And they do indeed go for the outrage. And I'm like, alright, that still does a really big chunk. This is a defensive Landorus, max HP, max defense, and look at how much that did. At -1. Crazy. So at this point I'm like, dang. But they are locked into outrage, so I can simply go for the earthquake here. I think I was trying to make a move in D&D as well, so I took a minute to pause. Yep, there's the other outrage. And bada bing, bada boom. And I don't mean to sound mean as if I was like, oh, I was playing the League Battle, I was playing D&D. I mean, my boys at D&D, you see, we were going to play the night before, right? So I would have the night cleared up for my battle with Astradon. But someone's power went out, so then we had to do it that night. And I was literally about to leave to head out with my boys on vacation to hit the road. Well, actually, we were going to play billiards first, and then we were going to watch Shang-Chi, and then we were going to leave. Anyways, they bring out the Corviknight defog, of course, but now I have them trapped with my Magna Zone. Now, I don't think I'm max attack on this thing. I think I have a combination of like defense, special attack, and speed. So it's not the strongest Magna Zone in the world, and it's not modest, it's timid. But I was like, well, let's see how much this will do. This is still a frickin' Magna Zone. And it's not Life Orb or Specs or anything, so it doesn't have that going for it. But we can simply go for the Thunderbolt. Here we go. As yeah, that does not kill. And they are able to go for a U-turn. I'm like, ah. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. The key thing is we got it low. But they were able to remove rocks, so hey, good for them. In comes Zarude. So I don't really want to take a close combat on my Magna Zone, obviously. And I don't think we're sturdy. I mean, obviously we're not sturdy. We're Magna pulled up because we're trying to trap the Corviknight. Anyways, we go out into Zapdos here. Best switch into Zarude easily. There's no way they go for Rock Slide or Stone Edge. Or I think it gets Rock Slide only. I don't know. As they do indeed get defense drops, and they get the nice static. I mean, you can't just go for an attack willy-nilly when you have a Zapdos right there. Static is such an amazing ability. We can easily just go for the Hurricane right now. As they do indeed send out the Grimmsnarl. And unfortunately we do miss, but we can simply go for it again. Or I think I went for Discharge first maybe, because I was thinking, well, if they attack me they can get static and then I can get the additional. But I think I just wanted the damage at first. And they reveal themselves to be a bulk up variant. I was thinking to myself, they have a Grimmsnarl and they haven't sent it out yet to set up screens for the Draco's ult or anything like that. And we do about half, and I'm like, dang, this thing must be pretty bulky then, huh? They're probably running some HP on it. Maybe max HP, max attack, considering it's bulk up. And I don't want to miss, so I'm going to go for the Discharge. Because I was thinking, oh well, I can live whatever hit they go for, and 2 discharges will knock it out. But then they have a Citrus Berry, and I'm like, bruh, you got a Citrus Berry, dang. That takes out of range the next discharge. And look at how much this false surrender does. I'm like, good grief, bruh. So now I've got to go for a Hurricane. Oh, I think I still go for that. I guess I still went for the discharge. But then they reveal themselves to also have Sucker Punch. So bulk up, false surrender, Sucker Punch. And I'm just like, dang. So at this point, the Grimmsnarl is putting in some work. And I'm like, well, Volcarona is faster and should be able to knock it out. It's at full. And I'm thinking here, maybe I should go for the Quiver Dance. But I was like, surely Bug Buzz can knock it out. I mean, a max attack. Zapdos was not max attack, it was defensive. But we can see that we just barely miss out on that KO, unfortunately. As they go for a false surrender, we are able to live it. Oh no, here's where I should have probably gone for the Quiver Dance, but I was like, well, I could have easily won the PP war. Got him out of Quiver Dance, or got him out of Sucker Punches, but I was like, well, maybe I can reverse psychology them, but now they just go for Sucker Punch again, as they should. They should go for Sucker Punch every time. And I'm like, well, I still have my Cure. Oh no, I still have a priority, and it's in range. So Volcarona was not able to do much, but it did get this thing in range. So hey, this Grimmsnarl killed 2 Mons. You know what I'm saying? So bada bing, bada boom, we take it out. As they could think that this thing is banded, but thankfully, because this thing is paralyzed, I am able to go for the U-turn. And I'm thinking, alright, well, it's like a 70 base power move, but it's 4 times super effective. But because it is not stab, it just barely misses out. It would have killed if we had those rocks up still. So it was a good thing for them that they defogged. But now at this point I'm thinking, alright, what are they going to go for? They're probably going to go for grass type moves. So I'm like, well, my Atlas is almost dead. 0 Kelvin is at half. But if I can go for the Intimidate and get them the Rocky Helmet chip, then they're dead to Rocky Helmet. And if they get paralyzed, then I can set rocks up. They do indeed connect with the Power Whip, but then that means that they will take some nice Rocky Helmet chip and go down. So from here I know that they have their Corviknight, and is their Corviknight their last? I think it might be. So we can easily go for the Thunderbolt on this thing. Like I said, we're max speed, we already outsped. And yep, once we take out this Corviknight, that will be that. Yep, that's right. So technically Landorus took out 3 Pokemon. If you think, with the Rocky, I don't know, does that count? I don't know. It's pretty interesting to think about in terms of technicalities, because it took out the Volcarona, Dracozolt, and Zarude, but with the Rocky Helmet. So I don't know if that counts. But good game, Astradon. It was real fun. I need to make that Grimmsnarl. That bulk up Grimmsnarl is real cool. I have to use it sometime. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next Wi-Fi battle. Bye-bye.